Who's scruffy looking?
What is up, my fellow nerds and gangsters? Welcome back to the Spiffy Nerd Herder channel. I am Danny. A lot of you guys have been asking, how did we get the last shot in Vader? Well, the answer is quite simple. We kind of stealthily dug a hole in the stone tile of the mausoleum, put the camera down in there, got the shot, and then we filled it back up.
Liar!
Alright, maybe that's not quite the truth. In fact, it was a visual effects shot that consisted of three primary layers: a background, a midground, and a foreground layer.
I did what I did. You don't have to be happy about it.
The background layer, which we shot at the location, is thrown out of focus with a little bit of atmospheric haze for perspective. The midground layer of Vader was also shot at the location on some stairs in front of a green screen. And lightsaber. Now, I didn't want to have Vader move and reach for his lightsaber and then ignite it. So I had Vader just holding it from the beginning of the shot. Why? I felt the ignition would have a greater impact if it just occurred, rather than telegraph the ignition by having him reach for it. Then there's the foreground layer of the shot, which is the hole, which is a completely computer-generated image and took over a month to make by artist Cameron Robertson in the UK, a high school student. This layer consists of a variety of its own layers, which included the smoke, a little bit of debris, and of course the lights that are flashing, the blaster lights, the explosion, and the purple lightsaber. Now, I made a very temp comp in Avid so that the comp artist, Tin Fortune, would know the timings to emulate. The trick was the purple glow. We tried a variety of degrees of brightness, walking the line of how bright is too bright so we can keep it feeling realistic. But the most important thing to me was that the glow moved and that it wasn't stationary. The viewer's eye will always go to movement first, even above brightness in a shot.
You have all these rules and you think they'll save you.
So initially we had the purple go across the frame as if Mace were running away. But that created an unexpected problem, that the audience's eye was now focused where the purple exited frame, instead of in the center of the frame for the lightsaber ignition. So then we had the purple light actually give the impression that it's passing underneath the camera, so that when Vader ignited his blade, our eye was already there, and we were already looking at it, and we were able to really experience that. Lastly, it was very important to me that we always saw detail in Vader. We always saw detail in the original films, but most importantly, he's already like a walking black blob in a mask. And if we make him a silhouette, then it's impossible to know what his emotions are. So we actually cheated up the brightness level of Vader and the brightness level of the whole to match Vader so that we can come up with a believable image but also maintain the delicate detail that was in Vader. Then, of course, the cherry on top was the red lens flare and the light interaction of the blade with the smoke. Both were wonderful contributions by Tim and the rest of the visual effects team. Whoa! Well, I hope this answers the question of how we got the last shot in Vader and gets you even more pumped for episode 2! Because a lot of people keep asking me, what's in the hole, Danny? Episode 2 is in the hole. So, stay spiffy, my fellow nerds and gangsters, and remember, don't do anything I wouldn't do twice.